The GTR behind me.
Street here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Stang stories. Welcome back to the shenanigans that are my channel. You know, a lot of you guys have noticed there's been some new benchmarking videos for my PC. I'm trying to get some new FPV flight videos out. Just haven't had any good runs that I've been like, oh, I want to go and spend the time to edit that together and mess around with those, you know. Some of you guys really like my FPV videos, and I thank you guys for watching them. I've had a slew of you guys go through and watch those and tell me about how cool they are to watch and how much you enjoy watching them and how refreshing it is to see something new from someone. So thank you. I'm going to work on getting some more of those out. If you guys haven't seen those, I'll put a card up here and you can just kind of go through them. I have a bunch of them. I have tons of FPV videos. You guys can watch the whole road to me becoming an FPV pilot. I saw FPV for the first time, you know, 3 years ago, I think, and I said, I will learn how to do that, and I will get good at it, and I started at step 1, and I've worked up to where I am today, and now I am a professional drone pilot, and I absolutely love it. Not only is it part of my career now, but I do it as a recreational hobby, and it is one of the most fantastic things ever, dude. I love flying FPV drones. It's the best. Okay, so there's a couple different things I want to talk about today. And the first one being, of course, the merch. You guys know I love to promote my merch. And why? Because nobody else is going to. I spend a lot of time making merch, man. And I enjoy it when people buy it because it allows me to buy new upgrades for the Stang. I don't buy upgrades with the money that I bring in for my family. I buy upgrades with YouTube money and with merchandise sales. So that's allowed me to buy an X-Pipe. It's allowed me to buy my Steeda lowering springs, get everything installed on the car, and it hasn't affected my family in any way, and that is the best part of it. I thank you so much, you guys, for those of you who support this channel and allow me that opportunity. I am so close to selling 50 products on Teespring. That is one of my goals, is to sell 50 total products, and I'm so close. So if you guys haven't picked up a t-shirt, go ahead and click the link. There's a card posted right here. I got the Typewriter Tick Club t-shirt. If you got the Typewriter Tick and you're part of the club and you haven't bought a t-shirt yet, what are you doing with your life? I'm just messing with you guys. You guys know that I'm messing with you. I appreciate everybody who goes through and buys a couple. Thank you so much. I'm looking at getting my track pack spoiler next, so help me get that. I'm also looking to get the car tinted. I am going out and getting some quotes this weekend to try to figure out what it's going to cost me. If you guys have any information on tint and what you guys paid, I would love to hear what you guys think, and we'll go from there. So the F-150 this is the last day with the old girl. We have had 3 years with this ruby red F-150. It has been the best truck, you guys. I love this truck. My wife loved this truck. This was her big celebration prize for a big promotion at work. It was, okay, you just got a $20,000 a year raise. We're going to go out and we're going to buy the truck of your dreams. Now, I'll admit, this was not the truck of her dreams. She wanted like a big lifted truck. She wanted, you know, a Power Stroke F-250, you know, something or other, but I couldn't fathom spending that much money on a truck. So we kind of settled for the F-150. We got the XLT package with the 301A equipment package. So she got her Sync 3, she got her heated seats, she got, you know, all the interesting stuff that you would want placed in with an XLT. It was like everything that the Laramie had, except for, or not the Laramie, it was everything that the Lariat had, except for the sunroof and like the leather and maybe like adaptive cruise control and a couple other little things. But the 301A package added all those yummies to it. So it was a really good buy. It was an expensive truck still. It's got the EcoBoost, and everything has been very, very pleasant with this truck. We've had zero problems with it over these last 3 years. It's just now hit 27,000 miles, and the only problem we've really had was a recall, and that was the door handles sticking in extreme cold weather. You guys are laughing, you're like, Street, you're in California, how extreme is it? I mean, we get our temperatures in the winter sometimes get down into the teens. So when it got down into those cold, you know, extremes for us here in Northern California, you know, teens is pretty cold. Up in the higher elevations, you know, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 foot elevations, it can get cooler. But where I live, you know, the coldest it'll get is low 20s, high teens, and the door locks would stick. No matter, you'd unlock, nothing, you know, it's like you'd have to go out with a hair dryer and like warm it up before it would open. Now, it only happened to us a couple of times, so it wasn't really that big of a deal, and it was one of those like, okay, well, it is what it is, but not too bad. And the only other thing that it's been doing now at 27,000 miles is it's starting to produce a lot of smoke on the cold start. And it's not blue smoke, it's not like thick black smoke, it's gray smoke. It's buildup of oil residue from the direct injection is what I'm imagining. I kind of looked it up. People were like, yeah, normal, dude. It's just one of those things. And it only does it at cold start, but it produces a plume. To be totally honest, it's a little bit embarrassing when you fire it up. You'll remote start it, and I'll just like look through the door, you know, in the living room, and you'll just see this billow of smoke, you know, and you're just like, damn, man. That's why I got the catch can for the Stang, because I don't want my car to start doing that, and I don't need those valves getting gummed up and robbing me of performance. But fortunately, this beautiful little girl is going back to Ford on Monday. It's Friday afternoon, or it's Friday morning right now, so this is the last trip into work, man. This is it. We're sending her back, and we're not looking back. Those of you guys who have followed the channel know that we now have a Ram 1500 Laramie Sport, and we absolutely love that truck. That truck is amazing, and I'll be taking that into work now once a week, like our old schedule, my wife and I, where she takes my Mustang once a week, I take the new Ram in once a week, and I'll be able to provide more content with that truck now. So those of you guys who have been waiting for Ram truck content, it's coming. I'm sorry, I know, like I said, man, in previous videos, I work every single day. So sometimes the only chance I have to make a video where I'm not at work or I'm not engaging directly with my family, making dinner, you know, doing homework, you know, being a dad, is my hour drive into the office. So I apologize, but again, I'll have more time to do that now coming up. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes now. The GTR experience. Those of you guys who have been following my channel remember months ago, like almost a year ago probably, I had an encounter with the GTR in a very bad spot on the freeway. Get it, shouty? Get it? Wow, god damn. There's always a cop on the other side of this bridge though, so no thanks, but oh my goodness. I heard him coming up. He came blasting past me at like 100 and some change, and I thought about it for a second that I was gonna race this GTR, but it was in such a bad spot. There's so many highway patrol in that area. I had to just do the responsible thing and let him go. Well, this time was different. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get it on with this GTR. Now, I heard him pull up when I stopped under the bridge. I heard the engine, I heard the exhaust, the wow, you know, and I was like, oh, and I looked behind me, and there's a GTR, one car behind me, and I'm like, oh, shit. GTR behind me. I was like, that's a badass GTR. I was like, let's see what happens here. So we pull onto the freeway and we stop at the metering lights, and he pulls up next to me. That launch was nuts, right? That launch, man, he just kind of rolled it to like 5 miles an hour and then just punched it. And that thing was gone. Sounded badass, dude. That exhaust and that motor just sound amazing, dude. So I decide right then and there I'm not going to pass up the opportunity, and I romp it. Once I got onto the freeway and realized that the cars in front of me were not going to merge into my lane, I punched it again and I caught up to him and kind of coasted it out. We kind of rolled out for a while. I followed him for probably about 2-3 miles, just kind of in and out, and finally got the opportunity, and he got a slight jump on me, but I heard him go and I went immediately after. A good pull, dude. I mean, we went for probably about 80 to I just tagged out third, so I'm not going to mention what that is. Those of you guys who own, you know, Mustangs know what I hit right there, or what we hit in that short amount of time. But from those numbers up, I was actually very impressed with how well the Mustang hung with that GTR. I mean, the GTR is what? It's 600 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive, so you probably lose, you know, a little bit here and there. And I don't know how heavy it is, but I know that in general, Nissans and Infinitis are heavy. So it could have, I mean, the Mustang's a little bit heavy, you know, so it's, who knows? But either way, he's got probably a good 100 horses on me, you know, so it was one of those that I had to go for it. I was really impressed with how well the car hung, and I just couldn't give up the opportunity to at least have some fun with one. Now, a lot of you guys will say, okay, Street, you didn't race a GTR. But, I mean, I kind of did. You know, it's like, we would have kept going if there wasn't obstructions in the way, if we weren't being hazardous, if there wasn't, you know, obstacles there. But at the same time, you know, it's not like we lined up, we did the honks, and we went like we did with the Pontiac the other day. But it was still fun, and it was still putting our machines to the test. And, you know, obviously I'm giving him the win. He's got the win, hands down. But damn if I'm not stunned how well the $50,000 Ford Mustang hung with that $100,000 Nissan twin-turbo V6 GTR. Dude, that was awesome. It was fun. I hope to have more instances like that. When I pulled up next to him, I had to give him props. You gotta appreciate a car like that. And it was funny because it was like a 20-year-old kid driving the car, man. And I'm just like, huh. Awesome taste. Ridiculous car, brother. And thumbs up to you, man. That was a badass car, and I had fun riding with you. So that's all I got for today, guys. Just wanted to kind of share my quick experience with Ruby and the GTR fun that I had, and just thank everybody for all the support. And I'm working on more content. I hope to get more content out there. And just again, thank you everybody for supporting the channel and supporting me in general. We just hit 500 followers on Instagram. It's going slow, but I appreciate every follower that I get. You know, a lot of the times I get a lot of guys like, follow me, hey, follow for follow, bro, like follow me, I'll follow you. And I don't like doing that because it just provides a lot of unactive followers and subscribers, and I want real followers. I only follow people who I want to follow, and I hope you guys do the same for me and only follow me because you want to follow me. And let's just keep moving and let's keep that momentum going. So thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for all the activity. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already and you want to follow my journey. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at silverstang707. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.